The question is, to me, it's about defining also who are we talking about? Who needs to be in that awareness, participation, advocacy bucket? So it's not, to me, it's not as simple as sales and executives. And I know it's going to differ by by whatever programs on this call here, but for us, we have had great growth and we continue to have ambitious growth goals, right? In our future. So it's really a broader strategy. It's a more comprehensive approach to advocacy. I'm an engineer by degree, but I love the marketing aspect, and it's really kind of interesting how we do it. So we know there's influencers and stakeholders in various business units. When you work for a huge company, you've got the business units and divisions, and then you have all your functions and departments, operations, sales, marketing, product, and so forth. And there's leaders in all of those buckets that we need to reach. Some are not the highest level, some are medium level leaders, but they can be highly influential to the future of our program. There could be a lot of benefits to partnering with them. Now, in our case, we have a very unique reporting structure. We don't report into sales, we don't report into marketing, we don't report into operations. We report into all of them. There's some dotted lines there that are very strong, which give us kind of a direct connection to those executives. Just tremendously helpful in so many different ways. Of course, there's the downside. You have marketing with quantity and you have sales with quality and so forth. So you have to kind of balance that a little bit. But I'll give you a couple examples. In 2 weeks, we have our largest trade show. It's called Innovation Summit, Las Vegas. We haven't had one this big, probably a year before the pandemic. And because of our strong connections between, marketing and our EBC, we're going to play a really big role there. We have a big executive room. We're going to have virtual tours of various labs and spaces within our EBC. And I've been participating in these regular calls with hundreds of salespeople on these calls, just in the promotion leading up. So that's just one example of that tie-in with marketing. New sales onboarding, sales kickoffs. Those are two other things that we're doing that really started at the beginning of the pandemic because of our strong virtual capabilities. We created a program for all new salespeople, not just in North America, but around the world. So they're virtual around the world, and more they're coming into our facility locally. So that's sales onboarding. You can't beat educating them, right off the bat. They understand the value of our program. And then the sales kickoff also started because we did a couple of virtual sales kickoffs during the pandemic. Executives came to St. Louis while everybody was, snug in their homes, all the sales reps. And wow, I can't, value that exposure enough. That was absolutely tremendous. And we've done some creative things. We just had in December a in-person sales kickoff down in Florida. And we created this game show. We did it all in-house. We made this game show, digital game show thing, and we broadcast it live to the sales kickoff, and I hosted it. And yet it's another way to kind of introduce people to the people in St. Louis, our program, and have fun and make connections and so forth. And then the last one I wanted to mention, I started with marketing, kind of went to sales and in operations. We participate in the quarterly operations calls, which is really our leadership call. We always have a slide or two in there, good success stories. Sometimes I speak, sometimes somebody else speaks. We participate in the biweekly sales excellence newsletter. So we have our own page in there. And we are very active in the sales advisory council, which is monthly. So that's a lot to say there, but I'm trying to give ideas on different ways to interact with the different departments, functions, what have you.